While I initially struggled to embrace the dominant lifestyle my husband described, he recognized how much I enjoyed the dominant moments I allowed myself to have. We continued to work on it and established guidelines to give each of us expectations. What did I expect from him? What did he expect from me? It was important to have certain things for us to do and remain engaged consistently. My husband was expected to bow when he entered or left a room with me in it. He was to stare me right in the eye when doing it because we both knew who belonged to whom. He was to say, "Yes, ma'am," when I told him to do something, looking me in the face squarely and saying it with reverence. Tossing it over his shoulder as he walked away would result in severe punishment. We would refine some of the rules or expectations to allow for adjustments when the children were around. His bow could be modified to a head nod, but I still expected direct eye contact. While "yes, ma'am" would still be appropriate, he could also use "sí, señorita" to downplay the formality while still acknowledging my request and authority. We would go on to create additional rules as we became more comfortable with the dynamic. He should always be touching me at all times. When I stand up, he should follow me from behind and have his hand in my belt loop. When our kids were gone, he should always be on a leash. Initially, these rules served us well. However, when reality would intrude, I would become distracted with thoughts of the errands I still needed to run, the bills we needed to pay, or the loads of laundry waiting to be washed. Because my husband could sense my distraction, he decided to test my dominance. He would intentionally forget to bow or forget to request permission to go to the bathroom. He was waiting for me to punish him and demonstrate my authority with a simple punishment, such as forcing him to put his head in my lap while I watched TV without letting him watch. Unfortunately, I had a hard time staying on top of everything for very long. While he thought it was because I wasn't really into it, I genuinely felt responsible for everything and took each responsibility very seriously. His testing me was not helping me enjoy the dynamic. I would have weeks where everything was great, and I felt like I was getting the hang of the dominance because I definitely enjoyed the power that came with it. Then I would suddenly realize I hadn't been enforcing anything for days. My focus hadn't been on him because our schedule had been tight or someone was sick or one of those other life things, and then I would realize I was starting over again. It didn't help that I frequently brought my work home, making less time for our family and less time for him. We made a number of efforts to establish boundaries, and I did eventually change positions at work. But what really helped me get a grip on the entire concept were a series of books. The first book, Love and Obey, by Marissa Rutter, introduced the stages of a female-led relationship. A level 1/mild FLR is a relationship in which the woman is essentially the tiebreaker in household decisions. She has slightly more influence, but the relationship is mostly equal. The woman is considered a loving female authority. This was an easy first step for me to take, and I think it would be easy for many women to think of themselves as a loving female authority. The level 2/moderate FLR involves the woman making most of the decisions. While the man manages some areas himself, he prefers her guidance and leadership. In a level 3/strong FLR, the woman is in clear control of the household, finances, and most lifestyle decisions. The man actively seeks to serve and follow her direction. In a level 4/extreme or total FLR, the woman has near complete authority over all aspects of life, including personal freedoms, schedules, spending, and sometimes even sexuality. This level often includes formal rules, rituals, and sometimes consensual power exchange elements from BDSM. To clarify, the couple has the power to determine what aspects of their lives will be discussed, regulated, or controlled. No two FLRs are exactly the same. I was learning that my husband wanted a level 4 FLR, and I wasn't quite there yet. I was somewhere around a level 3 inching toward a 4. Our biggest hurdle was figuring out what a realistic level of consistency should look like, but we figured it out. At this point, I would never have imagined cuckolding would have been in our future. If you're enjoying this content, please click subscribe in the bottom right-hand corner.